Good afternoon and welcome to our presentation on Delta Signal. We have 4 group members. My name is Stephen, we have Francis, we have Ryan and we have Stanley. Each one of us will be presenting about Delta Signal and the case study. Over here we have an outline of what will be in this presentation and the things we'll be discussing. Firstly, I'll be showing about the background and the key issues Delta Signal has faced up until 2012. Secondly, Francis will be talking about the strategies used and the justification of these choices. Thirdly, we have Ryan, who will be talking about the simulation report and the results that we've seen in the last 8 periods. Lastly, Stanley will be speaking about the recommendations and how Delta Signal can move forward in the future.
With Delta Signal up until 2012. Analysing the case study, we've noticed that there's plenty of issues and key concerns that need to be addressed for the business to move forward. Firstly, there's a lack of strategic direction for top management, and this starts to flow down to all the employees, and as a whole the business doesn't have much direction with its product range, with its advertising, and just as a whole. Secondly, there's some revenue concerns. Since 2010, in the last 2 years, revenue's been down, and while production costs are still increasing, so this makes a difficult financial position for the business. Due to this, we're losing market share to competitors, and the product range does not help this, and so there needs to be significant changes to improve this. Stocks are slipping. Also, there's unfocused product range. The products that are being created are aimed at meeting a wide variety of the target. And lastly, we're looking at outdated training processes, which links back to the lack of strategic direction. There needs to be new processes implemented to match the quality design and the future direction.
My name is Francis, and I'll be talking about the strategies used and the justification of Delta Signal, and the strategy that we have chosen is a low lifetime cost. Delta Signal has had numerous products in the business market that maintain acceptable performance, cost competitiveness and quality. However, Delta Signal was not the leader in any of them. This was the clear, concise message about the correct value proposition the customers and the managers did not have, and would be the goal that they would be working towards. This led to substandard results and resulted in the new goal of having a low lifetime cost, for its consumers would say at a steady price and would not rise. Having this focus allows Delta Signal to create quality products that can be manufactured at a low price. Expansion into Asia is a great move, but Delta Signal must be mindful of how it presents its product, as many other competitors have also moved to the Asian economy as they saw the same potential benefit. At the end of 8 periods where $25 million was spent in each period, totaling $200 million, Delta Signal is hoping to achieve its investment proposition of having a low lifetime cost. Using the newly founded proposition, Delta Signal will have newly founded improvements compared to previous performance, and also have a strong indication of the organisation's future. Some of the initiatives in regards to the quality. So 4 of the initiatives that we thought stood out to us in our group were total quality management, customer ranked company best class in quality, customer ranked company best in class, and manufacturing defect rates. These were the 4 main initiatives that stood out to us, and not all of them went well as expected. Some of them did decrease and some of them did increase. So for total quality management, in the first period it began at 5% and increased to 72% from the 6th period through to the 8th period, which is what we were looking for. For customer ranked company best class in quality, which is the second one here, it began at 10% in the first period, and then it peaked at 51% in the 6th and 7th period. For customer ranked company best in class, that began at 5% in the first period and increased to 86%. And lastly, it was manufacturing defect rate. The manufacturing defect rate began at 0.5% in the first period and reached the lowest point of 0.09% in the 4th and 5th period before we stopped investments. So lastly, we also reallocated resources to shift into other initiatives. That also was the reason why manufacturing defect rates increased. along with trade-off with other funds distributed and the strengths in other areas.
Hey guys, so my name's Ryan. We're talking about the stimulation report. So the group aimed its initiatives around 4 main objectives. These were the financial objective, learning and growth objective, internal objective, and the customer objectives. The group's key financial objectives were to 1. Increase asset turnover, 2. Improve gross margin, 3. Improve the operating income margin, and 4. Increase sales. The group had aimed to achieve an average share price of $7.50. However, the group exceeded this target at the end of period 8, whereby the dividends were sold at $9.74 per share. However, improving the overall gross margin of the business was not achieved, as the group had only achieved an increase of 0.2% for an estimated 5% desired. Over the 8 periods of investment, the group has expended an average of $8.25 million per period on a learning and growth principle. The group had aimed to align employees with the DFC objectives, eliminate product default rate, and 3. Enhance workforce skills. All objectives were exceeded, with the increase in the high quality rating system being the largest increase, accumulating 12% over the 8 periods. However, the balanced scorecard objective, which was targeted by the group to reach 60% at the end of period 8, remained the same throughout each period at 50%, thus being labelled as ineffective. Over the 8 periods of investment, Delta Signal had expended an average of $9.5 million per period on internal processes, so internal objectives. Delta Signal yet again aimed to improve internal processes by placing objectives to gain fiscal reductions. These included designing products for high quality, developing products for low cost, improving deliverability of products developed, reducing administrative cost, and reduction of plant overhead cost. The improving the durability of parts produced was a main target throughout each period. However, the objective remained the same throughout each period, beginning at 15% and ending period 8 at 15% as well. Consequently, over the 8 periods of investment as well, Delta Signal expended $7.4 million per period for the customer objective. Therefore, Delta Signal aimed to align customers with objectives, ensuring companies perceived as high quality, competitive pricing, low-cost suppliers, and standing behind quality. The group exceeded all objectives targeted. The customer price protection program, which ensured low lifetime costs could be maintained, had increased to 56% at the end of period 8, which was aimed to only reach 50%.
Talking about the recommendations that we have for Delta Signal for the next 3 years. So first of all, we recommend that Delta Signal maintains the quality of goods being produced. And this means that Delta Signal needs to continually invest in the upkeep of the quality of goods being produced. There also needs to be a strong sense of customer relations being incorporated within the organisation. However, Delta Signal needs to be aware of the trade-offs of initiatives. So, as we've witnessed this before, where we've reallocated resources from one initiative to another, basically for a change of direction. However, upon this, we've discovered that the original initiative has decreased back to the original number. Initially, Delta Signal adopted an outside-in perspective where there was a focus on all consumers in all marketplaces. However, under our management, we saw this as not an option, as not a viable or sustainable option, as you can see from the figures. And as well as Stephen previously mentioned, this led to no clear strategic or product focus. However, under our management, we implemented a resources leveraging approach, and basically this has resulted in Delta becoming an industry leader. And we recommend that this strategy continues. Through this, there's an increase of efficiency within all aspects of the business systems model, and this basically builds on the organisation's strengths and thus gaining superior resources and increasing barriers to entry. And both of these aspects are crucial in the market.
Okay, now we're going to wrap up this presentation just with a quick summary of Delta Signal. So obviously Delta Signal has a new strategic focus to ensure the business develops into an industry leader.
It's crucial for Delta Signal to maintain quality goods to help build a stronger brand image and reputation in the market. This needs to be achieved through building strong customer relations to ensure the business can move forward. Lastly, Delta Signal now has a share value of $93.36. I just want to thank you for listening to our presentation of Delta Signal.